16th and Valencia, big apartment burned down. 12 people died in that fire. And it left a gaping hole in the neighborhood for about 15 years. It looked like someone had taken a molar out. Yeah, this big hole. And so every time I went by there, I would kind of hear the screams, this sort of in the air of those 12 people who had died. And then when they started filming the other barrio, another huge fire happens on Valencia and the Bos. So if you ever see the film, there's several scenes where you see this big burnt out apartment. That's not a set, right? That's an actual fire that happened. And then a week before the film premiered last year at the San Francisco Independent Film Festival, a week before it premiered, another huge fire on 22nd and Mission, right? 60 Latinos were displaced from that fire, and one young man actually died in that fire, right? And you can still go down to San Francisco, go down to the Mission District. Not only will you see the big gaping hole now on 22nd and Mission, but you can drive up a little bit Mission Street to 29th and Mission, where about 3 months ago, another huge fire destroyed half a block. Yeah? Apartments, small businesses, etc. Right? So the gentrification that's going on in the Mission District, targeting in particular the Latino community, has been a very aggressive gentrification and at times even a murderous gentrification. And this poem, I actually wrote it quite a few years ago when those changes were first starting. And the poem begins by invoking the name of 3 poets of that neighborhood. If you don't know their work, you might want to check it out. In particular, it invokes Oscar Zeta Acosta, who wrote one of the great novels of United States literature, The Revolt of the Cockroach People. And he wrote it in the Hotel Royan, the Mission's finest. 16th and Valencia. I saw Jack Michelin on the corner of 16th and Valencia reciting Skinny Dynamite, and he was angry. And the next day, he was dead on the last BART train to Concord, and maybe that's why he was angry. And I met Harold Norse, shuffling around in a beaten world, his pockets stuffed with poems only hipsters read. It's a cesspool out here, he sighed, before returning to his room in the Albion Hotel, where angels honeycomb the walls with dreams, and the rent is paid with angry poems. And I heard Oscar Zeta Acosta's brown buffalo footsteps pounding the Valencia corridor, and he was shouting poetry at the sick junkies, nodding with their wasted whores in the lobby of the Hotel Royan, the Mission's finest. And even the furniture was angry. And I joined the waiters at the bus stop, the waitresses, the norteño trios, the flower sellers, the blind guitarists wailing boleros at a purple sky, the shirtless, vagrant, vagabond ranting at a parking meter, the spray paint visionary setting fire to the word. And I knew this was the last call. We were tired of living from the scraps of others. We were tired of dying for our own chunk of nothing. And I saw this barrio as a freight train, a crazy Mexican bus careening out of control, a mutiny aboard a battleship, and every porthole filled with anger. And we were going to stay angry, and we were not leaving, not ever leaving. El corazón del corazón de la misión. El camino real ends here, baby.